say no because they fear others will leave them. This fear comes from a deep part of our minds. As humans, we need other people to feel safe and happy. When we were children, being close to our parents or caregivers meant we stayed safe. If they left us, we could be in danger. This feeling stays with us when we grow up. When someone asks us to do something, our brain might think, if I say no, they will not like me anymore. This thought makes us feel scared. We worry that people will think we are mean or selfish. So we say yes, even when we want to say no. This happens because our mind is trying to keep us safe from being rejected or left alone. The fear of rejection is very strong. Our brain sees rejection as real pain, just like when we hurt our body. Some studies show that medicine for physical pain can also help with the pain of being rejected. This proves that rejection really hurts us inside. People who fear rejection often think about what others might do if they say no. They imagine the worst things happening. But most of the time, these bad things do not really happen. Other people are usually more understanding than we think they will be. The way we behave as adults often starts when we are children. Many people who cannot say no learn this pattern when they were young. In childhood, some children learn that they must make their parents happy to get love and attention. These children might have parents who only showed love when the child was good or helpful. The child learned that saying no or having their own needs was bad. They discovered that pleasing others kept them safe and loved. This teaching is called conditioning. It means a child learned behaviors through rewards and punishments over time. For example, a child might be praised for always helping others, but scolded for saying they did not want to do something. Over many years, this child grows up believing their worth comes from making others happy. They think that if they do not please people, they are not valuable. Some children grow up in homes where conflict was scary or dangerous. These children learn that saying no could lead to anger, yelling, or even worse things. So they learn to agree with everything to stay safe. As adults, they still feel the same fear when they think about saying no to anyone. This childhood learning is very strong and can be hard to change without help and practice. People who struggle to say no often do not think they are as important as other people. This is called having low self-worth or low self-esteem. When someone does not value themselves, they put other people's needs first, even when it hurts them. These people might think thoughts like, my feelings do not matter, or other people's time is more important than mine. They believe that other people deserve more care and attention than they do. This makes them feel guilty when they even think about saying no to someone. Low self-worth often comes from messages people received when they were young. Maybe they were told they were not good enough, or maybe they were compared to others in hurtful ways. Some people never learn that their own needs and feelings matter just as much as everyone else's needs and feelings. When people do not value themselves, they look for worth from outside sources. They think, if I help this person, they will think I am good. They need other people to approve of them, to feel okay about themselves. This makes saying no feel impossible because they fear losing that approval. Building self-worth takes time and practice. People need to learn that they are valuable just for being human, not because of what they do for others. For many people, pleasing others is not just a choice. It is a way their body and mind learn to stay safe. This is called a survival response or trauma response. When people face scary or dangerous situations, their body has different ways to protect them. Most people know about fight, getting angry, or flight, running away. But there's also fawn, trying to please a dangerous person. Children who grow up in homes where people get angry easily, where there is violence, or where love feels unsafe often learn to please others to protect themselves. Their young minds think, if I make this person happy, they will not hurt me. This response can save them from immediate danger. But as these children grow up, their body and mind continue to use the same response even when they are safe. When someone asks them to do something, their body might feel the same fear it felt as a child. Their mind automatically thinks, I must say yes to stay safe, even when there is no real danger. This survival response happens so fast that people often say yes before they even think about it. Their body is trying to protect them in the same way it learned to do when they were young. Understanding this can help people be more patient and kind with themselves as they learn to change. Many people say yes when they want to say no because they hate conflict or fighting. They want everyone to be happy and get along. The idea of someone being upset or angry with them feels terrible. So they agree to things to keep peace, even when it causes them stress. Some people grew up in homes where conflict was very scary. Maybe their parents fought a lot, or maybe getting in trouble meant serious punishment. These people learned that disagreement equals danger. As adults, even small conflicts can make them feel very afraid. Other people simply do not like the uncomfortable feelings that come with conflict. When someone seems disappointed or upset, these people feel guilty and anxious. They would rather do something they do not want to do than deal with those bad feelings. The problem is that avoiding all conflict does not really work. When people always say yes, they often end up feeling angry and resentful inside. They might explode later or feel very tired and sad. True peace comes from honest communication, not from always agreeing with everyone. Learning that some conflict is normal and healthy can help people feel more comfortable saying no. Most disagreements do not end relationships or cause serious problems. The culture and society we live in can make saying no feel wrong or rude. Different cultures have different rules about this. In some places, being direct and saying no clearly is seen as honest and good. In other cultures, saying no directly is considered very rude and hurtful. For example, in some Middle Eastern, Asian, and Indian cultures, people are taught not to say no directly. Instead, they might say things like, let me think about it, or maybe later, when they really mean no. They do this to be polite and to avoid hurting the other person's feelings. In many societies, women are especially taught to be agreeable and helpful. From a young age, girls might learn that their job is to take care of others and make everyone happy. Boys might learn different lessons about being strong or independent. These social messages can make it much harder for some people to say no than others. Even in cultures where saying no is more accepted, there can be pressure to always say yes to opportunities. People might think they should never miss a chance to help someone or do something new. This pressure can come from families, workplaces, or social media messages about being successful and productive. Understanding these cultural influences can help people realize that their difficulty with saying no might not be entirely their fault. Some people find saying no hard simply because they have never learned how to do it well. If someone has spent their whole life saying yes to everything, the words no might feel strange and wrong in their mouth. They might not know what to say or how to say it in a kind way. These people might think they need to give long explanations when they say no. They worry that just saying no is not enough, so they make up complicated excuses. This makes saying no feel even harder because they have to think of reasons and stories. But the truth is that no is a complete sentence. No explanation is required. Some people also do not know that they have the right to say no. They think that if someone asks them to do something, they must do it. They do not realize that other people have the right to ask, and they have the right to refuse. This is a basic rule of human relationships that not everyone learns. Like any skill, saying no gets easier with practice. People who are learning to say no can start with small, unimportant situations. They might practice saying no to a salesperson on the phone or declining an extra item at a store. Each time they practice, it becomes less scary and more natural. One of the biggest reasons people cannot say no is because it makes them feel guilty. Guilt is the feeling that you have done something wrong or bad. When someone asks for help and they say no, they might think, I am a bad person for not helping. This guilty feeling can be so strong that they change their mind and say yes instead. This guilt often comes from beliefs people learned when they were young. They might have been taught that good people always help others, or that saying no is selfish. These beliefs make them think that taking care of their own needs is wrong. Some people feel guilty even when the request was unreasonable or when they already have too much to do. Their guilt is not based on logic. It is based on old feelings and fears. They might know in their head that saying no is okay, but their heart still feels bad about it. The guilty feeling often lasts for hours or even days after saying no. People might keep thinking about the person they disappointed and worry about what that person thinks of them. This makes them want to avoid saying no in the future. Learning to handle guilt is an important part of learning to say no. People need to understand that feeling guilty does not mean they did something wrong. Guilt is just a feeling, and feelings can be wrong sometimes. Many people say yes to things because they're afraid of missing out on something good. They worry that if they say no to one invitation or request, they will never get another chance. This fear can make them say yes to everything, even when they're already too busy or tired. This fear is stronger in today's world because of social media and technology. People can see all the things their friends are doing and all the opportunities that exist. They might think, if I do not do everything possible, I will be left behind, or everyone else is doing more than me. Some people also worry that saying no to a boss or coworker will hurt their career. They think they must say yes to every project or meeting to prove they are good workers. But this often leads to being overwhelmed and doing poor work because they have too much to do. The truth is that saying no to some things allows people to say yes to better things. When someone is not overloaded with commitments, they can focus on what is really important to them. They can do better work and have more energy for the people and activities they truly care about. Learning to choose carefully what to say yes to is a valuable skill. It means thinking about what matters most and making decisions based on personal values, not on fear. When people cannot say no, it causes serious problems in their lives. Always saying yes might seem kind and helpful, but often leads to feeling overwhelmed, angry, and exhausted. These people take on too many responsibilities and do not have time for their own needs. One of the biggest costs is burnout. This happens when someone is so tired and stressed that they cannot function well anymore. They might feel angry all the time, get sick often, or lose interest in things they used to enjoy. Burnout can affect work performance, relationships, and physical health. People who always say yes often feel resentful toward others. Even though they chose to help, they start to feel angry that others keep asking them for things. This can damage relationships because the resentment shows in how they act. They might help someone, but do it with a bad attitude. Another cost is losing touch with who they really are. When someone spends all their time doing what others want, they forget what they want. They might not know their own interests, goals, or values anymore. This can lead to feeling empty and confused about life direction. Finally, always saying yes teaches other people that it is okay to take advantage. People learn that this person will always help, so they ask for more and more without thinking about the cost. This creates unfair relationships where one person gives everything and others just take.